Hey everybody, it is Tuesday and it is 2 o'clock, so that means it is time for Top 5 Tuesday. I am your host from Crate Insider, Kate Dillon, and today I've got some fun things to share. We've got some fun giveaways and we'll be talking about the top 5 products of the week. So we kind of have a little theme here going on. Actually, I'll mention that in a few minutes, but what we're giving away this week is we are giving away a sling grip. So our sling grips, of course, we do sell them in the store. I think they're like $6, but what they're used for is you put them on the back of your phone, and look at that, it makes it easy. It's this elastic band that sticks on there and makes it super easy to hold onto your phone. So with that, all you need to do to enter our giveaway, since you're here, if you're here live, is just to leave a comment, and you can say hi, you can drop in an emoji or drop in a GIF if you want to. I mean, those are always fun. You know, maybe like how you're feeling on this Tuesday, drop in one of those GIFs, whatever you want to call it, or you can ask a question. I love seeing questions, and I'm always happy to answer them when I can. So with that, I'll just go ahead and keep on moving forward. I've got a couple of fun announcements. So this weekend, if you are anywhere near the Pittsburgh area, then I will be at the Bill Hendra Memorial Race this weekend, which is also the Pittsburgher 100. Now, one of my favorite aspects of that whole race weekend is last year they added a race called One to Remember. And the idea of it is it's for any racers who haven't won like a major event, you know, kind of ever. So you know that whoever wins that race, it's the first time they've ever won that race. And what I'm giving away, I'm actually contributing to that from Crate Insider, and we're giving away an entire GoPro Hero 7 kit. This is one of the new GoPros. You can see it's the GoPro Hero 7 White. And of course, I'm a big proponent of filming your own races. It's great for, you know, for you to get your own driver feedback, to see what it's like, to look at it after the fact, for legacy, and then of course for promoting your race team. It's great for that. And you know, as a side note, I do sell the GoPro mounts. You know, I think Joe's makes a fabulous GoPro mount. They make a couple of different versions, but this is the one for 1.5" bars, and it's the one that I use more than anything. I've got both kinds, but the 1.5", and this is going to be part of this whole GoPro kit. So I'm actually giving away 2 of these this weekend at that race weekend. One of these kits is going to go to the winner of the One to Remember race that I was just talking about, and the second one, we're just going to do a random drawing at the drivers meeting. So if you've got a 604 dirt late model racing, you know, if you're rush legal, come out this weekend and be at that race. So it'd be a lot of fun. I'll be there, be doing some driver interviews. So if you see me, definitely stop me and say hi, and we can certainly, you know, if you're a driver, we can do an interview, we all kinds of fun. So I'll be there all weekend. I have a second announcement for you as well, and it's something, this is a personal passion project of mine. I love marketing, I love racing, and I see that with a lot of racers, they really struggle when it comes to sponsorship and marketing. And of course, I've put together a program, I have a whole course called Winning Motorsports Marketing, and that is the website as well. But I realized that maybe that wasn't the right thing for everybody, because these things are constantly changing. And I know that I'm in some other memberships where we focus on one topic at a time, really dial in on that, focus on it hard, get support from the community. And, you know, there's a lot of different aspects that I wanted to do things slightly different. So as of today, I am launching a brand new membership program, and it's called SMART, and it stands for Sponsorship, Marketing, Auto Racing Topics. And it's on my Winning Motorsports Marketing site. We'll drop in a link, but a membership is only $20 a month. And what that's going to include is each month will be a different issue, you know, almost like a magazine, but then there's also a whole pile of resources as well. I reached out to racers. I did a survey a few weeks ago, and one big question I asked is what are you most interested in? And one of the most popular topics was, we want to hear interviews with actual sponsors talking about exactly what they're looking for. So I have a whole section there that just talks with it's just sponsor interviews, basically sponsors from the racing industry, because that's who I'm most connected with. And then there's a whole other section of resources, because I tend to be the person that, this isn't a brag, this is just, it is what it is. People have questions about video, website, social media, I get the calls. So I've decided to put together a whole little resource library with tutorials, and, you know, kind of you can have it at your fingertips, have it when you need it, and it's right there in that resource library. And for that first issue, the first issue we're tackling is very, very poignant for right now, and that's sponsorship proposals. So if you've wondered what it takes to put together a great sponsorship proposal, that's what's in this month's issue. And so all you need to do is click on the link, and that'll take you over to the sales page. Find one of the buy buttons. If you decide there's two different levels. So there'll be the $20 a month, or if you wanted to do $240 a year, then you'll also get as a bonus, you'll get my whole Winning Motorsports marketing program included in that. And that was a $200 program. Plus, though, there's going to be a private Facebook group, and in that private Facebook group, you'll actually be able to get your questions answered directly from me, which is a little different than I have a bigger group where I do broader topics. But if you want that one-on-one support, kind of in a group setting, that's going to happen too. So anyway, I'm very excited. This is a passion project of mine, like I said, and I really want to help some racers increase their, what they can do for sponsorships, make the marketing better. It'll help improve the whole industry. So I have a big dream, and I really invite you to be along with that. Now, many of you know, I'll move on to the next topic. So many of you know we do a second giveaway on the show. And that giveaway is, if you know what my sign said last week, drop that in as a comment. And what we're giving away there is another sling grip. So I've got two of them that I'm giving away this week. One just random, and the other one is for somebody who knew my sign from last week. So before I jump into the top 5, I'm going to say hi to some folks over here. I see lots of familiar names. So Jonathan, Steve, Wayne, Daryl, Mike, another Mike, Brandon. I mean, thank you all so much for being here, for sure. I see a bunch of you guys know what my sign said. And let's see here. So we got some links in there. And let's see, do y'all have any 602 late model shock kits? Yes, we've got some AFCO shocks, and we've got to put them together in kits, so depending upon your application. And so you can look on the website, CrateInsider.com, and then shop by category, and there's a whole category for shocks. And then if you need me to connect you to an expert, just give me a call, and I'll get you their number, and you can buy them from me, but get all of your information from them, and we can work together on getting you the right setup for your car. Mike says those mounts work great. I know Mike sent me some pictures when he set up his GoPro on his car. That was really, really cool. And let's see. Oh gosh, Brian says thank you for what I do. My stuff helped him win his 3rd championship at Riverhead Speedway, or Raceway. So congratulations on that, Brian. That is fantastic. All right, and let's see, the season is winding down, and Bill is looking for a scratch and dent engine. I don't have any of those right now. So that is great. And thank you for calling me a marketing machine. It's kind of a new thing there for, it's a new program, but of course it's just using all of the things that I've done, with Crate Insider and some other areas where I've done a lot of marketing, and I just want to share that with you guys. So with that, let's jump into Top 5s Tuesday, and I know we're at the end of the season, so some of you have kind of wrapped up your weekly racing. I think most weekly racing is wrapped up, and we're going into the season where it's the big shows. So that's why I really wanted to make the topic this week the Prepare for Success. So it kind of ties into my sponsorship thing, but it also ties into when we're looking at what we need to do this time of year in order to be successful. Because how many stories do you guys know where somebody is running, they're leading a race, 3 laps to go, $10,000 to win, and all of a sudden a 50-cent part breaks and they're out of the race. So many of those. And while I can't really do maintenance for you, and of course I can give maintenance tips, but some of that is products. And so we're going to talk about some of those today. So in the number 5 spot this week, and they actually are our top selling products too, but in the number 5 spot this week is our Autolite spark plugs. As many of you know, I've been selling NGK spark plugs for a long time, but they've been like unobtainium, like you can't even get them. I don't know what's going on, but the Autolites are also a great spark plugs. This is what we've switched to, and these are the AR94s, and they come 8 to a set is how we sell them. I mean, here's this little box of 4, but you get 2 boxes, and they run $27.92. So you definitely don't want to be out of a race because of a fouling spark plug, or just fall behind, really is what can happen. So that's a really good thing to check this time of year, and make sure that your spark plugs are in good shape, because $28 is a lot less money than losing some big money in a big race, qualifying, all that good stuff. Next up, in the number 4 spot, One thing we do know about crates is that you do want to be changing your oil consistently. And so I do see a lot of people doing that right now. And this is our most popular kit of the week. And that is our Schaefer's oil change kit with the Daytona 1 XL1 engine treatment. And this is a great kit to be able to just put all this into your engine. This comes with 7 quarts of Schaefer's. I mean, I'm struggling with 3 products in 2 hands here, so you know that I can't carry all 7. But then the XL1 engine treatment, you'd really use 6.5 quarts of the oil and then pour this whole thing in there would really be ideal. And then of course our oil filter from Wix. And this whole kit, it runs $96.94. I lost my spot on the page. So changing your oil is another good tip for going into these big races. Number 3 this week is our 604 Beehive matched valve springs. We go through a lot of valve springs here at Crate Insider, and you know, while the Beehives, they can last you for like a whole season, or you know, a lot of times people maybe half a season, maybe they just only change them once during a season. But as again, being prepared for success, is that this might be a really good time for you to take a look at those valve springs. And if you are going into those big shows, you don't want to be down on any kind of power at all. So this is a good time to change those. And in the number 3 spot, so our 604 Beehive matched valve springs run $159 for a set. And when you open this up, they'll have 2 bags in here. One bag will say intake and one will say exhaust. So you use the slightly heavier ones on the intakes and then the other ones for the exhaust. So, and that way they're all matched up, and you're not getting some crazy pressures that are all over the place, and just try to get you more consistent as possible. All right, next up, in the number 2 spot, this has been very popular. I'm not sure what has motivated people to change them this time of year, but maybe it is going into the specials. But that is our PFC brake pads. We've been selling quite a few of these. The ones I keep on the shelf are the ones for the GM metrics, but you'll see that I carry a lot of the PFC brake pads, and I can usually get any of the styles pretty quickly. But they've been very popular this week, the GM metric ones, but it's a good thing to check. I mean, brakes, it's interesting. Of course, you want to go fast as a racer, but it's always interesting how critical brakes can be for being able to turn, and you know, it's a little bit of magic outside of what I'm able to do as far as being able to talk like a driver. But brake pads, definitely a good thing to check. You don't want your brakes going bad, especially going into these big races. And so these PFC brake pads, they're all over the board. They're as low as $59.95 all the way up to like $159.95, depending on the compound you choose. And of course, we have on the website, we have descriptions of all of the compounds. I want to say the 97 is probably the most popular of the compounds that we sell. It's the most versatile across the board, but if you want a harder compound or softer, all of those descriptions are right there for you. And then in the top spot this week, actually before that, I'm just going to see if there's any questions over here for anybody. Let's see. And oh, great. Thanks for the sponsorship information. Great. And yeah, Bill says, bummer on the NGKs. I know, I'll keep trying to get them in, but I think they come over from Japan, so it's great. Big money in racing. I love your humor. Thank you so much. All right, so let's go ahead into the top spot. This really isn't a maintenance thing, but I bring out this product like once a month because it is the most popular product that we sell, and that is our Crate Insider flat air filter base. So not only do you want to make sure that you're maintaining everything really well and checking out all those small parts, if you're looking for something that's going to give you just that little bit of extra, we have had great success with that flat air filter base. And so, and we sell it with a seal, so you've got a seal, it'll go straight onto the carburetor, and you can use it with any of your 14-inch air filters. So whether you want to use a Walker, or if of course we sell Walker air filters, but if you want to use them with any of the other filters, that's a great, it works great for that too. So with that, let's go ahead, and if you guys have any questions, whether it's about any of the products, just general questions, or if you have any questions about my new program, feel free to drop them into the comments. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and bring up a random number generator over here, because it's my favorite little program for picking our winners each week. And now there's my paper. I like how I get super prepared, except for like the little things sometimes. So we have lots of comments today, lots of people here. And love to know, I mean, are a lot of you going to these big races this year? I'd love to know that. Here we go. I've got Alex helping out in the office today. So he's gonna help me out with picking our winners over here. Great. So he's gonna work on that, and I'm gonna see if there are any other questions over here. Let's see, a lot of highs. So I want to definitely thank all of you for being here today. And I know we're getting towards the end of the season and lots of fun things getting geared up for all the new products that are going to be coming out very shortly as well. Now, if any of you are in my Winning Motorsports Marketing group, I have a whole Facebook group it's called Winning Motorsports Marketing. I will be going live there this afternoon, probably between 3:30 and 4 o'clock. And I'll be doing some experimenting with some new software, and I'll be doing some screen shares to show the new program. So it looks like we've got a winner here. So our first winner is Joseph Hretzky. Joseph, if you would, please send me a private message. I'm going to write down your name here. Send me a private message with your address, and I will send you one of the sling grips. And then our other winner is Terry Peoples. So Terry, if you would, again, send me your address, and I will get these sent out. And I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for being part of Top 5 Tuesday. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Tuesday at 2 o'clock for Top 5 Tuesday.